A brand new season greeted by a brand new stand at Old Trafford, where last season we had a tangle of girders and concrete. We now have a magnificent cantilever stand. In place of the old scoreboard, a new electronic scoreboard, private boxes, tip-up seats, and still room for the standing patrons behind the goal. And they've come today to see a Manchester United side showing no surprises. Alex Stepney had a fitness test this morning. He's okay to play in goal. The two big signings from last year, Martin Buchan and Ian Moore in the side, Dennis Law over an injury scare also in the side, Sammy McIlroy sub, and Tony Dunn, the quiet man of the Manchester United side, lining up to begin his 12th season with Manchester United, coming up in a few weeks to his 400th league game. In contrast, in the Ipswich side, also wearing a number 3 shirt, Kevin Beattie, only 18 years old, international from Carlisle. He comes in because Colin Harper is suspended in a side which has been somewhat affected by a series of incidents. They are robbed by injury of Peter Morris and John Miller, so this is by no means the full-strength side that Bobby Robson would have hoped to field. Season as a Football League referee, United have won the toss and Ipswich kick off. Not too easy, I'm afraid, for viewers with black and white sets to distinguish between the teams. Ipswich, in fact, in their usual royal blue, and United in red and white. Look out for a badge on the Ipswich shirts and numbers on their shorts. This is Tony Dunn for Manchester United. Beautiful warm afternoon. As so often, cricket weather, and a big cheer for George Best as he receives the ball for the first time in the game. Apparently been showing dazzling form in training, losing the ball there to Brian Hamilton. Beautiful underfoot, the pitch an absolute picture. It was headed away by Jefferson. This is Best going for the overhead. Doesn't find a man. Belfit for Ipswich. Cut out by James. Moore not given room. Collard puts Hamilton away. This now is O'Neill for Morgan. Moore with some space to run at goal. Played a 1-2 with Kidd, and the angle wasn't quite right for him. Hunter saves it from going for the corner. Law tried to let it run on for Kidd, and Hunter was very alert to cut out the trouble. Beattie's lob forward for Belfit. Viljoen. Beattie seeing a lot of the ball and so far playing well. And there's a goal to start with right out of the blue by Weimark. Terrible blunder by the United defence as they all waited for somebody to do something, and it was Weimark who did it. There seems absolutely no danger as this comes through, and then they all stand back, and Weimark took it very well, but it was a defensive mistake that let him in. Area. Brian Kidd has gone back to mark him. Hunter wearing 5. Lambert's corner. Got away by Buchan, and in comes Beattie, and he really troubled Alex Stepney then. This young fullback nearly made a debut for himself then. 25 minutes experience of First Division football, and he saw that chance and took it remarkably well. Powerful header just under the bar. Cleared by Best, but Collard with no pressure to retrieve. Dunn's header. Viljoen. Belfit. Viljoen turning it out for Mills. It was a good attempt too. Charlton. And that's the whistle for half-time, and the end of a first half which cannot have pleased this big Old Trafford crowd very much at all. A game in which Manchester United have seemed to lack collective enthusiasm. Belfit, Vilja. Mills. Hamilton. And Wymark was unmarked and Belfit was coming in and United were in a triangle again. Nobody covering Wymark if that cross had dropped a bit shorter. Best, Kidd and Law going for it, and so is Hunter. Slightly fortuitously by Viljoen, who gets it back from Belfit and has now lost it to Dunn and on to Best. Charlton, Law and Kidd in the middle, nobody else. Best going to join them. This is Moore. And Law, just a foot stuck out by David Best. Quite the nearest that Manchester United have come to scoring. Moore, plenty of room to go outside Hunter, and a good little chip across for Law, and back for Kidd, and a great save by David Best. Playing this afternoon for the Leeds United reserves. Dunn, Best. Moore, McElroy square of him, Moore going for a shot, and there were plenty of legs there for it to cannon off. It went for a corner. And Best taking the corner, but it was the outswinger. Just wondered if he might have gone for the in-swinger, remembering that when Ipswich were here last season, he scored directly from the corner. Ball moving back. Moore to Law, couldn't control it. Jefferson. And O'Neill with his socks down round his ankles. McElroy, Morgan. Beattie staying with him every yard, but Morgan really testing him, and here's McElroy, and a deflection there that could have sent David Best the wrong way. He was upset the groundsman, no doubt, who's got this pitch in very good condition. Beattie's free kick. Collard. Up and under, and Hamilton under it. What a good goal! Hamilton was the only person who thought that was on, although I must say from this position it always looked a possibility, but the Manchester United defence didn't think so. Here it comes again. Collard scoops it up, and everybody stands watching it, and it's Hamilton coming in, hammering it right foot on the volley. 2-0, under 6 minutes to go, and Ipswich in full command. Back and forward for McElroy, but not accurately enough. This is Hammond, the substitute, on for Lambert, Viljoen, Belfit. Beattie, who can be pleased with his first game in league football. And the slow hand clap starting before the season is 90 minutes old at Old Trafford. Moore. And Moore still going and getting in a good shot, and Law's put it in. scored by Dennis Law, but the credit for it really to Ian Moore, who beat man after man, got in his shot, which Best clawed down, but couldn't hold. This is where it all starts, with this run by Moore, past two defenders, beat Mills twice, and although Best clawed it down, Law was on hand to put it in. Once again there, Mills unable to read which way Moore was going to go, and he went past him first on one side, and then when Mills got back, went past him again on the other. But only a minute to go. Morgan. And Morgan has found space for himself and conjured up some urgency from somewhere. Half a minute left. Moore off on a run again, and Hunter an anywhere type clearance. McElroy, and here's Dunn coming in and Best coming out, and it's David Best who wins. And we're now in injury time. Very little to be added on in this half. Viljoen for Ipswich, playing it out into the spaces. Hammond. Morgan. Couldn't keep it in play, but he got the throw in. Kidd gives it away to Jefferson. Viljoen. And Manchester United with 2 trips to Liverpool to play Liverpool themselves and Everton in the next 7 days. Must be a bit worried about their start to the season. Well played, Collard. Very, very cool at a difficult time. And there is the final whistle. And Ipswich have won their first league game at Old Trafford for 10 seasons. And Manchester United have begun this season looking very much like the side that ended last season so disappointingly. A lot of thinking to be done as they go away to contemplate a scoreline that reads Manchester United 1, Ipswich Town 2.